Just rolled out of bed, dude. Dreamt last night my art became sentient and started critiquing my work. Pretty nerve-wracking, no? It's like the tables turned. Anyways, just wanted to tell you about last night. We threw another of those trivia nights. You know the drill, just some friends, some music, beer, and surprisingly, a bit of knowledge building. Yeah, turned the house into an impromptu buzz time. And guess who won, again? Yeah, your guess is right. Good old Daniel. The guy is like an art database on two legs, man. It's almost frustrating how much he knows. But you should have seen him, all puffed up with pride. His strut after winning, hilarious. Wouldn't be surprised if he starts carrying a crown around. And there actually was a new face, too. This one's name is Alice. Can you believe it, Nick? She's a graphic designer and she gave Daniel a run for his money. Seems like a budding trivia queen if she sticks around. Felt pleasant, you know, the mix of the usual gang and some new energies. By the way, did I mention we're doing this whole AR project thing? A bit of a side fun, turning art into digital mediums. And boy, is it a ride. I've been trying to think about painting in a 3D space and I tell you, man, it was mind-boggling. You know me, always tangled in my own thoughts and imagination. But then, where's the fun without a bit of challenge, right? So yeah, been a bit busy with that, hence why I haven't been caught up with our friend the Green Mister of every morning. I'm starting to think that the tea has a personality of its own, glaring at me as I run around with my tech stuff. Sounds crazy, right? But what can I say, brewing creativity comes with its quirks, you know what I mean? And do you remember the new indie band I told you about? Bluestone? Their new track dropped earlier today. Absolutely freaking amazing. You might want to give that a listen. And that movie Burning Canvas on Netflix. Watched it last night. Damn the cinematography. Probably gonna fuel my next artwork. I promise to give you a sneak peek once it's done. Man, you ever woke up so buzzing with creativity it's hard to stay still? Yeah, had one of those this morning. Paintbrush couldn't leave my hand, I swear. Anyway, bro, you remember I told you about that little art challenge I kicked off? Well, it was all about giving the environment a little love by creating art out of recycled materials. Yeah, dropping the carbon footprint while lifting the aesthetic sense. Decent trade-off, right? And the stuff the gang's coming up with. Jane, she's gone and created this nature theme, using twigs and leaves, and the work is just... wow. It's like she's brought a part of the forest into the studio. Ava's been equally mind-blowing, turning scrap plastics into some badass abstract art. Dead serious, you can barely tell it's junk she's used, makes you look at your scrap with new respect. Oh, and you remember Nina, right? Trust me, she'd make Picasso's jaw drop. The woman's incredible. Turns out she just added a genuine Picasso to her gallery. A real deal. One-of-a-kind item, man. She hit the jackpot with this one, that's for sure. And you know what? I teased her about joining in our Eco Art Challenge next round, and guess what? She's game for it. Anyways, all the green art got me thinking. Not just about sustainability, but how limitations can sometimes feed creativity. You're narrowed down, pushed into a corner, but then you start looking sideways, start seeing things differently, and voila, you've got art that breaks norms and kind of gets you thinking. On a side note, you must have heard about the recent skyrocket in digital art, right? The NFTs, painting a virtual world. It's a whole new dimension, man. Blows my mind to think about the fusion of art and tech and how it's evolving. Never know what's on the horizon, do we? Gotta keep our toes ready for the next leap. It's got me fascinated, itching to see where this all is headed. Oh, and definitely check out Bluestone's new track when you get a minute. It's got that depth, man. So raw. Got it on loop, actually. Also, why Burning Canvas on Netflix. Caught it last night, and whoa. I mean, the manufacturing of meaning in that film would put any abstract piece to shame. Seriously, dude, it's a must-see, don't skip it. You remember that sketch diary I was telling you about, right? The one I've been working on as a tribute to New York's architecture. I went wandering around Manhattan today, man, absorbing all the detailing, the curve and the straight of it. It's amazing how you look at a structure every day but never truly see it, you know what I mean? In the midst of all these monolithic skyscrapers, there's so much history engraved in stone and iron. Takes you back in time, if only for a brief moment. Made some serious headway on that sketch diary. Some pages are pretty raw, though, but I guess that's the charm of it. Kind of like leaving a little piece of my heart on each page. So Nick and I got into this heavy debate today about NFTs and whether they can or will replace physical artwork. And you know me, bro. Nothing appeals to me more than the touch, the smell, the life oozing out of a physical canvas. But yeah, the digital age is creeping up on us, and who knows where that could lead us. Imagine if one day, art only exists as pixels on a screen, processed and preserved through a digital legacy. Bet you could make some deep-cutting digital art about that, the irony alone. Wouldn't that be something? Anyway, talking about my day, stopped by this vegan place I've been raving about. Had this tofu burger, and boy, was it top tier. Next time you're in town, we'll definitely save you one. I promise you, man, the food there is like poetry for your taste buds. On a musical note, stumbled upon a pretty addictive jazz album today, and it was pure eargasm. It's like the melodies knew their way around your soul. Next jam session we have, I'll play it for you, dude. Bet it will take you on a feels trip. Oh, and yes, you remember the TV show we're both hooked on, Moonlit Love? Watched the latest episode today, and it was an absolute cliffhanger. I mean, I'm at the edge of my seat wondering what's going to happen next. Can't bear any more drama. Oh, and here's the cherry on top. Our art squad adopted a Persian cat today. Fluffy little creature, pure adorableness. Lots more crazy stories coming up for sure. Well, those were the major highlights of my day. Gonna head back to my art den. I reckon my paint's missing me already. Give me a holler soon, dude, and let's catch up on the rest.